Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, East Bay Stamp Chick. This is Michelle, and just so thankful you're spending some time with me today. I am doing this video November 1st, so that means it is our Crafty Collab video, and we talk about our goals for the month. You know, did I achieve October goals, and how is November going to be, and what am I looking at that way? So it is a collaboration, so there are other people doing these videos as well, so I will link those down below in the description so you can follow along, and hopefully you'll watch their videos and look at all the fun stuff that they've made and see what they have planned for November. So October was a super busy month for me, and I did a lot, and I actually kind of maybe did too much. So in November I'm going to take it a little bit easier, and you know, hopefully that will be good. But I kind of overdid it. So in October, what I did, and I do have lots of things to show you about what I made. But in the month of October, I had 19 Instagram posts, which I am wanting to make sure that I do somewhere around 18 or more Instagram posts. That's important to me. I did 5 YouTube videos, so that's pretty good. I would love to do more, but that's, you know, been one of my best months. I did do 5 Facebook Lives in various groups that I'm in, and those are all crafty, so I'm making or, you know, journaling, doing something, and that was kind of a lot. Like, that kind of killed me. Those 5 lives, that was just a lot. You have to prep for those, and then, you know, people are talking to you and asking questions, and you're doing things, and so it was a lot. I also did one like little craft boutique thing where I sold some of my cards and getting all my stuff ready, and, you know, getting there and setting up the booth and all that. That took a lot of time too. So I was like, oh my goodness, kind of wore myself out. Made a total of like 48 cards, I believe. I might have made a couple of more than that. I don't know if I sold some of those at the craft boutique. I don't think I did, but I'm not sure. I did 3 journal pages. I made 4 notebooks. I had 3 other little items at a different type of craft project. And I participated in 4 Instagram hops. Oh my goodness, that was a lot too. So that was a super huge month for me. And it was great, you know, in that I did pick up some subscribers in YouTube, and I picked up some followers on Instagram, so it was really wonderful. I also, in September, I started something new, and that is my 5x7 card sketch and guides. It's a free PDF that I'm offering every month in the middle of the month, and so I did do that as well in October, and I was a little bit late getting that out, but I do have that going on, and I'm making videos around that, and making those cards to show how to use the sketch. And then I'll have, you know, a new one in November. So let me show you what I made, and then we can kind of talk a couple minutes about what is November going to look like for me. I think there's a little bit of a glare, but this one's already packaged because I had taken it to the craft fair. But these are the cards that I made for Sweet and Sassy Stamps, which I am on their design team. And so this is all part of like their new release. So it was kind of a winter theme. So I had some fun with some mica sprays on these. Tim Holtz mica sprays, it really creates some really great backgrounds. And then I was just showing that you could use the little village in a way that was not Christmassy. It turned out pretty. I love the colors on that one. And another Christmas card, of course, lots of Christmas. These next few are all from one of my lives, and I used the Tim Holtz watercolor pencil crayons to do that watercolor background. So hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know if it's a little washed out. Move my light just a little bit, see if that makes it better. This is one of my favorites. I think the pastel color is so pretty, the way that turned out. And this one. So those were all cards for Sweet and Sassy Stamps. And then for my Instagram hops. This is with Kendra's Card Challenge. I'm on her inspiration team, and she does this really great card sketch and cutting guide on how to use 6x6 paper, and you make 15 cards. So I didn't make all 15, but I showed how you could use one of her sketches on a little treat bag. Okay, so it's a little treat bag, and that is one of her sketches, was a Halloween theme. And then we did this little Christmas theme. This one is polka doodles. They have their digital images, and so that was another one of her sketches. And then this one is another sketch, and the image is from Artful Angel. So that was a digital image. I believe they also have it in a stamp form as well. So it was another sketch. But that, you get a lot of glare with that mirror cardstock, don't you? Wow. So those were all for Kendra's Card Challenge. We did Instagram hops with those. And then I'm also on the design team for a company called His Palette, and this is printables. So it's all digital, and you print it yourself. And I did do a live for them, and so I made a lot of items for them. These right here are little, it's like I made a Polaroid frame, but they're little shakers. I ended up covering up the bottom. And it is a Christian-based company, so a lot of it is geared towards like journaling in your Bible or in an art book. And so a lot of the items that she has, they're beautiful, but they have the sentiments are maybe more faith-based. Okay, but those are like little shakers. Okay, and I made these. This is what I showed how to make in my live, and it's a laminated notebook. So I sewed in the signature. I showed how to laminate the books, and so I made 3, and I also showed how to make this tassel because I love the tassels, love all the little floof. And these papers that I laminated are from her shop, so these are available at His Palette. There's some beautiful papers that she sells that you can print and use for whatever you want. And so I just thought they really made some pretty, like, these are kind of like traveler's notebooks or little notebooks. And I laminated because I just thought, well, that just shows if you laminate them, they last you forever. I mean, they are nice and thick because I used cardstock in there, and they're really sturdy, and so they make really nice notebooks like that. And then I also made this one, and this is a composition book like you would buy for school, like at Target or Walmart or wherever. And I used the gray check paper is from my stash, but this right here is one of her printables, and so is this clock and that big bow. I think that is so pretty. So I made a pocket on the inside, and then you can pull out this little card for journaling. This is all part of her printable. She has a whole bunch of different types, so you can, you know, I used a couple different ones on here that you can combine them. Some of them are really, like, you get several pages, several PDFs, and so you just need to purchase the one printable, and you have tons of items to use. So it's just like a really fun little composition book that I made, and these are super easy to do. So it turned out pretty. And then I did my new sketch, and I did finish up because I start my sketches in the middle of the month. They come out, you know, somewhere around the 15th. And so I still had to finish up September sketch. So these are 12, my last like 12 cards I made of the September sketch. And so there is a video showing these, and this is called, my whole thing is called 11 a dozen because you're making a dozen, and it's 5x7 cards, and this is the with a twist. So I showed how to change up the sketch so it's different than what my original, you know, card was, but it's still the same sketch. So these are just little thank you cards with kind of fall vibe to them. Little pink pumpkin. I just love this paper, which is from Miss Kate Collectibles. It's really cute, really pretty. So I don't know if you can see, the pumpkin's kind of a light pink. So those turned out cute, and they were super easy to do. So then at the middle of the month, in October, I came out with my new sketch, and this is available as a free PDF. So you can go to the very first one for in October of 11 a Dozen YouTube videos, and then in there is the link to get your free sketch. So it has the cutting guide and, you know, all the measurements. It's basically, you're doing 5x7 cards, and you're using 2 pieces of patterned paper along with, you know, cardstock and things. So it's your choice as to how many layers and all the different things you want to do. But so you can make them as detailed or as simple as you want. So this is my first set that I made. And so this has a angle cut right across. So you get 2 different pattern papers showing. And if you use pattern paper that has you know, double-sided front and back, you get a big variety of cards. So that was my first 12, my first 11 a dozen, 5x7 with this sketch. These were really simple. And then this sentiment here is stamped from Sweet and Sassy Stamps. And I've done one other video so far with this sketch. And that's these right here. So I made these Halloween cards. So same sketch, but I changed it up just a little bit. And did the sentiment, stamped, and die cut out. I did not do all the layers of the ovals, just did the one layer. But it's the same thing, and I did them all exactly the same. So this actually was double-sided paper, but I didn't like the other side. And I just thought this side worked the best, so I did just the one side. And that made really quick Halloween cards. And that was from using the same sketch. So that was all of the card making. Lastly, I have journals. So I do Bible journaling lives, and I had 3 lives. So let me show you what I did. This one right here was for what we call Frugal Friday. So it was all about, you don't need a lot of expensive stuff to journal. And so this right here, these cardstock elements are a digital printable that you can get from Sweet and Sassy Stamps. And then I used just simple watercolors, and I even used the school watercolors like we had when we were kids to do the plaid background. So just show that, you know, you don't need anything expensive to journal, and you can just use what you have. So we talked about the scripture here in Psalms 9, 1 and 2. We had some key points, and then we did the journaling. So that was one of my pages. And then this was another page. Everything here, the stamping is all from Sweet and Sassy Stamps, and then I used my Jane Davenport watercolors to paint that in. And I choose to be thankful. So that was Psalms 107 verse 22, all about thankfulness. And then my other one that I did was this one right here. And again, this was Sweet and Sassy Stamps stamping with my Jane Davenport watercolors. That's like my favorite style of journaling, is to stamp and then to use my watercolor palette. And this one was Romans 1:21, and it talks about how you can fight like mental darkness with being thankful. And so how, you know, important it is to be thankful in your life. So I did those 3 pages, and those were all lives. So my goodness, that was everything. So for November, I'm only going to do 1 or 2 lives in November for Facebook Lives. I did the 5, and that was just a lot in October with everything else I had going on. So I'm taking that down for November just so I can relax a little bit. I do want to do 6 or more YouTube videos. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping. We'll see if I can do it. And I would love to have 20 Instagram posts. That would be awesome. I will be making a new sketch that will come out the middle of November. So I will have that to work on. And I am committed to doing 2 hops, 2 Instagram hops. And that's it. So I'm going to kind of cut back a little bit on the hops as well. At least for the next couple of months probably, just to be able to relax a little bit. It was just a lot. But I love making all the crafty fun things, and that is just so much fun. And being a part of the hops is always fun to see what everybody else makes too. So anyway, that was my month of October and what I'm hoping to accomplish in November. And yeah, that's it, guys. So hopefully you enjoy seeing all this crafty things that I like to make. Please give me a like and a subscribe if you haven't yet. If you want to see more crafty inspiration, and check out my 11 a dozen card sketch and cutting guide if you want to make some 5x7 cards. It's all free and super easy, and you'll see some additional videos coming out, and I will have videos every single month with a new sketch every single month. So I think that's a lot of fun and gives you more inspiration. And you can follow me on Instagram at East Bay Stamp Chick if you want to see even more things that I make and do. And also, don't forget to visit the other ladies that are in this Crafty collab, so you can check out all the fun stuff that they do. And some of them, I mean, all of them make amazing things, and some of them I am just like, oh my goodness, how'd they even do that? So, and they produce a lot of videos, some of them. So if you really want some craft videos to watch, if you're looking for some good YouTube videos, we've got some great ladies in our list. All right, so that will be in the description down below. All right, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I will see you on the next crafty video. Thank you. Bye-bye.